Right, let's jump straight in. We're going to look at the Vertex paint brush in 3.2, the new feature. So basically what you got to do is, if you haven't downloaded the Blender 3.2, download it. I'll put a link in the description below. When you download Blender 3.2, you ain't going to have this folder here, and this folder here has all your brushes. When you download the Blender file, you're only going to get one brush. So my suggestion is you download this file and then you can have the updated brushes. Again, I'll put a link in the description below. Right, so basically you go over to sculpt mode and then you scroll down and then you're going to see this brush here, and then basically which that allows you to do is paint. So you can paint some like more painterly, like fractal paint or whatever kind of a paintbrush. To change your brush, you click on here and you can change the color. So it's really cool. And then you've got different brushes. Again, as I say to you, don't forget you're going to need to download the file to get these brushes. So you've got your wet paint, you've got your splatter, and you've got your crayon and your F paint. Just have a play with it, really cool. And basically what you can do as well is you can smear your brushes. So if you, this is your smear, so you click on there, you can start smearing stuff. So it's really cool. The other thing that you need to know is, at the moment, if you was to go to, you can view these in different modes. Like if you had your Eevee engine initiated and you wanted to see it and you clicked on here, the thing that you're going to face, if you click on that and it's not displaying up the image that you've painted. Say for example you create a character and you go, oh, I want to see it in the full rendered mode. It's not going to show up. The reason why it won't show up is because you need to have it in you need to just show you the what's it gonna shade editor. Well, this shade editor is a bit complex, but basically let's get rid of all this. What you want to do is you want to first of all import color attribute. Click there, and as long as you got that set up there, color, base color, then your output color, then if we went to the viewport now, you will see your display. So just remember, bear that in mind, that when you go through these modes here, if you haven't set up the shader correctly, it won't show properly in your scene. So that's something that you got to make sure that you set up properly. Right, so what's the other thing that you need to know? Right, so we've done that. Now what you could do with this, let's go back to brush. Is you could create your palettes. So my suggestion is, if you're creating a big file, is you set up your palette beforehand. You can delete your palettes here and create a new one. So the way you go about creating a palette is, say for example you want a color, you click on there, say that we want that color there, and then we just go bam, and now we've got blue. Go back up to it, bam again, and that's how you can create your palettes. So then you got your palettes. So now you've always got your palettes. You can just switch through them. So when you go to paints, I think you can always switch through in your palettes. So it's always a good idea to get your palette sorted out before you get get cracking on any big project. I think that's about it really when it comes to this one. Oh, a couple other things that you need to know when you playing around with Vertex painting. You need to have a mesh that is of high density. Basically, let me explain it to you now. If we go to object mode and we go to add mesh and we add a cube, now basically this, because it's only got a couple of faces, you can see it here. Because it's only got a couple of faces, if we was to paint on that, it won't be very detailed. So let's just show you. So if we go, you're not going to get a good brush stroke because there's not many faces on it. So what you need to do is have more faces. The more faces you have on it, the better detail. So again, I won't do it now, but you can see the density. See that? Look at that background image. How many faces are on that, and on these, on there, and on there. And then you look at the cube. There's not many faces. That's why you can't get any detail on it. So bear that in mind. If you intend to use this, you're gonna have a lot of faces, and that basically means you need a powerful machine. My machine is I'm using a quad core. It's an old machine, quad core Z600 with a NVIDIA GeForce T150 Ti 150 card in it. I think 8 megs, and it kind of chugs a bit on that. So you need a pretty decent machine to use this feature in its the way it's meant to be used. Right, I think that'll be it now. As I say, I'll put the links below to download Blender and also download that file. And remember, don't be a slave to the algorithm. I'm out. Laters.